I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Have you joined the fastest growing fantasy motorsports app yet? On Grid Rival, you can join leagues with your friends and manage your own fantasy team on what race fans are calling, hands down, the best fantasy motorsport app out there. F1 and MotoGP leagues are now live for the 2021 season. Joining a league on Grid Rival will make every race more exciting, more engaging, and of course, more competitive. Download Grid Rival now on your iPhone or Android smartphone. Grid Rival is an unofficial application and not associated with Formula One, MotoGP, or any of their athletes.
I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
to Thunder Valley, Bristol Motor Speedway, where today BrisMans this weekend. National Racing Network. It is a pleasure to have you joining us this afternoon as we get ready for 3 hours of multi-class. Row number 4 will have RJ Heckey and Rafael Sabara. James Curtis, Jason Willott on row number 5. Row 6, Patrick Byrne and Gary DeMoss. Dakota DeMeg and Nicholas Isidro on row number 7. Mark Reed, James East on row number 8. And row 9 will have Jose Godino out of Portugal. Rafael Sabara out of Brazil. Sebastian Kinder from France. So far, we have 4 nations represented. We'll take care of the audio issue here for you. This is why we say we're doing this in the most TNT way possible here. We are currently broadcasting from Polish in the Poconos Day. Good. And COTs that will be making up the grid here. I don't see any street stocks. Not seeing any of the super late models, but they would be back at the pack. So at a minimum, we're going to have Tour Modifieds, Streets, COTs, and super late models in this one. Fields making their way around on the pace lap. So once again, this is a 3-hour endurance race. And basically what that means is that you're going to have some team driving going on here. So we'll get to see the iRacing safety truck make the hard left-hand turn. Fields off of turn number 4, green flags in the air. We're underway. 3 hours the distance. Sebastian Kinder going to be the early race leader. Field comes off at turn number 2. So it looks like, okay, so we do have all 4 classes represented here. Sebastian Kinder checking out pretty early here in the Tour Modifieds. There's a look at Jason Willott, who's going to lead the COT field. Trouble already for Mike Barry. That car goes around. No caution flags in this one. There's Dakota DeMeg down there in the 82. He's going to be the one and only super late model in this one. Then we slide back in the pack. We pick up Nicholas Isidro He will be your class leader early on here in the street stocks. Hopefully you guys are able to hear us okay here. We've got a DJ in the background. We've got all sorts of stuff going on here. Check in with the comments here. Team Goon Squad on YouTube saying, let's go, boys. Blaze Andrich checking in with a little love, saying good luck at Team Goon Squad. Doc Brock showing some love for the 355. Our buddy Chad Irvine checking in saying, here we go. We'll see Soraya Rosaria. Go Sebastian. Currently watching you, little bro, from Lily. So there you go. Sebastian Kinder holding on to that early race lead. He has already lapped Nicholas Isidro. Coming around the street stocks as well. See if we can get you a nice high overhead shot here. Kind of give you an idea of what these races are going to look like. Some of these drivers are going to run in teams of up to 3 drivers. Some are going to try to run this race solo. It's only 3 hours. It's really kind of about the distance of a regular length cup race. I don't speak enough French to translate this one, but Eldamont on Twitter saying, go Sebastian, tu es le meilleur. Did I get that right? Let me know how bad my French is. Jason Owens, head of the TNT Series here. Keep an eye on Dakota DeMay, currently the TNT Series points leader. And unfortunately for everybody else in the show here, Dakota's going to claim first place points and the money, by the way, $120 in total going out the door here. Dakota DeMay could basically park this car right now if he wanted to and claim the class win. And the way the TNT Special Events Series point system works is once you've courtesy of our friends at the Weather Center, currently 70 degrees in temperature. Wind out of the north at 2 miles an hour, 74-degree track temperature. Track state is set to an 8x acceleration, and basically what that means is we're going to go full night to day to night here. Soraya Rosaria checking in saying cute French accent. I don't know that I would go for that one. So hopefully now we've got the microphone issue sorted. The play-by-play guy was leaning on the button, which is, well, quite frankly, not the way you want to start a 3-hour show here. Already 5 minutes in, Sebastian Kinder holding the early race lead. Get you look there at the 97. The comments that were showing a little up for the 350, that's RJ Hetke. Currently running 2 1/3 seconds back of Sebastian Kinder. Running in third just behind him is the number 4 of Corey Cleary. Seeing some trouble on the racetrack for Rafael Sabara. Take a look here, see if we can see what happened to the There we go. Now we got to look at the right speed here at the 65 of Rafael Sabata. Flips the apron just a little bit. That's going to be enough to send him around. He'll make contact with the inside safer barrier. Had another issue as well on the racetrack. Battle for the lead in the COTs. How about 3 wide through turn number 2, trying to get around the lap car of Mark Reed. James Curtis comes around Jason Willott. He'll be your race leader as we hit the 6.5-minute mark. Absolutely an epically long race. This is easily the longest that the TNT series has ever done. That battle for the lead in the COT class is separated only by about a car length or so. Coming around one of the street stocks down to the inside. The differences in lap times here is almost comical. Last lap around 15:77 for race leader Sebastian Kinder. James Curtis's lap time here in the COTs, 16:36. One of the quickest cars on the racetrack is Dakota DeMague in the super late model. He's running right about the same times as the modifieds. Nicholas Isidro in the street stocks down at about 17:15. So you're talking about a 2-second gap or so. I'll give a big thank you and a shout out to everybody who's tuning in here on the YouTube channel here for the National Racing Network. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us, spending part of your Saturday afternoon with us. There is Nicholas Isidro leading the street stock division, going a lap down to the 0.5. That's Andrew Acera. Trouble for the 59 of Gary DeMoss. He bounces it off the outside retaining wall. See if we can get Trading Paints to update here for you so we can see all the fantastic paint schemes that these drivers are running. There's your race leader, Sebastian Kinder, but how about Mike Barry catching in pretty quick? Fantastic paint scheme. This is one of those that Chad Irvine is involved with. The Send Nudes Macaroni and Cheese, sponsored, number 69. That may be Team Dingleberry Truffle Butter, if I am not mistaken. Currently third in class is RJ Hetke. He's not too far back either. In fact, your top 5 in the modifieds are all pretty much nose to tail here. This is a good fight. Best battle on the racetrack by a long shot is here at the front of the field. They are going to be lapping cars in a big time hurry here. Seeing the 206 of Jose Godino going another lap down. And remember, this is all about the battle in class. Where you finish overall really doesn't matter in this one. So 9 minutes, 50 seconds into this one. Oh, Sebastian Kinder may have lost his network connection. Chad Irvine checking in saying it's DBTB Racing Enterprises. I don't think I want to know. Oh, man, they're going to big wad up of cars off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Mike Barry really got bunched up there. They're going to split one of the COTs of the street stocks. Fantastic racing so far here. BrisMans, presented by McConey Setup Shop. Have to say a huge thank you to Jeff McConey and the entire team over there. Oh, in trouble for the 69 of Mike Barry. He loops it off the corner. And he has absolutely junked that race car. Huge hit for Mike Barry. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay of this one. Flips it off the outside retaining wall. Bang. Huge hit on the inside safer barrier. A lot of smoke out of the front of that number 69 machine, and he's going to make his way down pit road. So that opens things up on Sebastian Kinder. RJ Hecky, Corey Cleary going to be battling here, and actually, we've got a pretty decent fight here between Gary DeMoss and Patrick Byrne. DeMoss in the 59. Byrne in the 27. He's doing a fantastic job of holding up the 88. That's James Curtis. Curtis already coming around to put a lap on the 27 of Patrick Byrne. Somebody needs to tell Bizzle that he's not actually trying to run the modified division out here. He's going to get way down to the inside. Trying to stay out of the way, race leader Sebastian Kinder. Here comes Patrick Byrne down the pit lane. We'll keep an eye here on the pit stop for the 27 of Patrick Byrne. Giving you a look here at Dakota DeMeg, your race leader in the super late model division. And we'll get the graphics updated here so you can see. Give you the stripes here. The yellow cars are the Tour Modifieds. The blues are the COTs. The pink is the super late model. Purples are the street stock division. There's your race leader in the street stocks, Nicholas Isidro. 4 seconds up here on Mark Reed, currently running in the second position. Producer extraordinaire Connor Baldwin checking in saying, I'm loving it, RJ. Not entirely sure what that one was in reference to, but there's a look at RJ Hecke in the 350. Currently running in the 4th position. Already several laps down to the race leader. Only 2 cars on the lead lap. That'll give you an idea of where everybody is running here. Not much of a fight. Sebastian Kinder with a 2-second lead on Corey Cleary. Taking a look here through the field. Let's get you a look at 3rd place running Mike Barry. Barry already 2 laps down to the race leader. 4th place going to be RJ Hetke in position number 4. 5th is Dakota DeMeg running in the super late model. He's the one and only car. He's already claimed the class win in that division just by taking the green flag. Race leader in the COT division is James Curtis. Some damage on the right front of that number 88 machine. Jason Willott running in the 7th position in the 114. 2nd overall. Going to be about 9 and 3 quarter seconds back of James Curtis for the lead in the COT division. Nicholas Isidro leading in the street stocks. He has a 12-second lead over Jose Godino, but currently running in the 9th position, right in line with these guys, is Patrick Byrne in the number 27. Then we slide back, pick up Jose Godino in the 206. 355 James East currently runs in the 11th position. They'll be followed by Gary DeMoss. DeMoss coming around James Curtis. Race leader is on pit road. We'll see if they're going to do a driver change here. See if we can sneak in a quick word here with James Curtis. The car's on pit road. James, you were leading the class until you had to make the pit stop here. How's the car?
Yeah, the engine blew up, so not great.
So you're taking the tow in here. I don't remember how many fast repairs you guys get. I'm thinking unlimited for this.
Yeah, it's unlimited, so it's a 1 minute tow. So I'll get some fresh shoes in here as well, refuel, get back out there. Plenty of time to catch back up.
All right, there you go, James. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, bud. So he grenades the motor. Not the way you want to get your day started here. Sebastian Kinder is the race leader, but how about a fight for the overall lead here at BrisMans? Corey Cleary within a couple of car lengths as they get off of through the middle, I guess, of turns 3 and 4. The lead now up to 1.4 seconds for Kinder. Show you the team names here. Sebastian Kinder running on his lonesome here for this 3-hour show. Cleary Racing, DBTB Racing Ventures in third. RJ Hecky going to run it alone. Willot Sim Racing in fifth. Not BK Racing. Sixth overall. Seventh is Patrick Byrne. It's Bizzle, bitch. Of course it would be. Gary DeMoss running in the 8th position as his own team. GTZ Bulls, the team name for Jose Gadinos, number 206. TeamGoonSquad.com in the 10th position. Team Fast Repair taking advantage of that one after grenading an engine. They run in the 11th position. 12th is Black Nagata Racing. Team Rick Cleary in 13th. Race vs. Bristol running in the 14th position. Andrew Acera, Enterprise Racing, and Team Slow round out the field. No surprise there that Team Slow would be bringing up the rear. Oh man, a big hit for your race leader. Kona side on the back straightaway. This is an absolute mess. Looks like the 69 getting a lap back here. That's still Mike Barry in that race car. And he's opening up a little bit of a gap here. He stopped at lap number 65. And we can show you the lap count here. So at least we give everybody an idea of how deep we are into the race. We'll show you who's in here for pit stops as well at the bottom of the screen. James East currently on pit road. Ziggy, the Archiving Ohio Dirt Track Racing, says, why are the mods not drafting? Was it changed from SK to Tour mods? Yes, it was. These are now Wheeland Tour modifieds that they're running here in the race. And the other part of this is everybody is on a fixed setup provided by Makoni Setup Shop. So thank you very much to Jeff Makoni and the entire team there at Makoni Setup Shop for providing the setups for tonight's race. Hitting the 25-minute mark here. Not a bad time to get in our first commercial break of the night. So with that, we will be right back here in just a minute or two. You are watching BrisMans, only on the National Racing Network.
Heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that Makoni Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at Makoni Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, Makoni Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to MakoniSetupShop.com and learn why Makoni Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to BrisMans on the TNT Series. Pick up your race leaders, Sebastian Kinder. Checking in the comments here, Ethan M. asking if we're broadcasting Clyde Martin tonight. We do not. We no longer have the broadcast contract with Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway, but we're not going to tell you who does. If you want to find that, you're going to have to check in with, well, quite frankly, with the racetrack or the series that's running there this evening. So there's Sebastian Kinder, your race leader on pit road, going to make his first stop at about the 28-minute mark, which by my math, which is really not good, will make this at minimum a 5-stop race, 6-stop race actually, because they didn't get to the half-hour mark. That's going to make Corey Cleary your new race leader. Going to promote Mike Barry up to the second position. Cleary has not made a stop yet. So long stint there for the number 4 machine. Mike Barry running in the second position, stopping at lap number 43. We can also show you what lap number everybody has stopped here. RJ Hecky running in the third position, stopping at lap number 65. Chad Irvine saying someone's salty. Not really. Perhaps a better discussion for off-air, however. Jason Willott, Nicholas Isidro have not made a pit stop either yet. Willott running in the COT, 104 laps in. Long stint, that is for sure. Trying to spitball the math here, you're going to get about 4 laps per minute. That means we're looking at about 720 laps being the distance here. So for Sebastian Kinder, he's kind of setting the standard, at least early on here anyway. Stopping at lap number 109. Corey Cleary staying out on the racetrack, though. Cleary holding on to the lead over Mike Barry, RJ Hecky, Sebastian Kinder. Following Jason Willott in the 114. There's Nicholas Isidro, your class leader in the street stock division. First driver change, at least that we're noticing anyway. Cody Claiborne now in the number 82, taking over for Dakota DeMeg. Our buddies from the Weather Center checking in saying, is this the Palmerton 500? It's, you know what? It might be better off if we ran a Palmerton 500 than a 3-hour endurance race at Bristol with no cautions. The only thing that could be worse is if we ran it with cautions, quite frankly. Jason Willott, your leader in the COTs, making his way down pit road. And quite frankly, I'm calling shenanigans here. That car looks darn near untouched. Little bit of damage on the right-hand side. Crab walking it really bad now. Takes the reset. Car will get the jack under the right-hand side. It'll be for Goodyear Racing Eagles. Toucan Sunoco Fuel. Race leader Corey Cleary in the pits as well. The Pennzoil Pontiac. Oh, man. Wow, Corey Cleary absolutely grenades it off the inside retaining wall in pit road. That's going to be a tow and a huge issue there for Corey Cleary. Good Lord. Take a look at this one again. Follow him off the racetrack. He's going to loop it coming into pit road. Not a big deal. You take the quick repairs. Bounces it off the inside wall. But now the car's crab walking terribly. Hits Jason Willott as Willott's exiting. And Cleary falls off the face of the earth to the inside of the racetrack. Big smooth move of the race nominee there for Corey Cleary. So we'll go back to the live look here and pick up new race leader RJ Hetke. Trouble on the racetrack for Nick Simone. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear Instant Replay. McConey Setup Shop on the front of that number 8 machine. Very, very slow down to the inside. Corey Cleary back in the pit area as well. So we're back to 2 cars here on the lead lap. Show you the gaps. It's RJ Hetke, your race leader. Sebastian Kinder running in the second position. He's about half a racetrack behind here. 10 seconds back of Mike Barry. He's out on the racetrack here, but let's see if we can't get a word in with your overall race leader, RJ Hetke. I know Mom Debbie is watching, so hello, Debbie. And how's the car out there, bud? Seems to be going pretty good for you.
It's good. I didn't even know that I was leading.
That's fantastic. So you're running a 3-hour race with no kind of timing and scoring or anything. You don't have the relative open even.
No, I have the relative open. I just didn't know that I was leading.
Oh, so he's just not looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not looking at who's around you. That's fantastic. Probably not a bad strategy, though, in this race. Who cares around you? Go like hell, right?
Yeah. Just about.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, RJ, thank you very much. We'll let you back to your driving duties. Oh, that's beautiful. Here comes Mike Barry around the outside of Hetke. He's going to try to get himself back to being just 1 lap down. He's done it so far to this point, but seeing the comment from Chad Irvine here, look at the visor of the 69. We can't see it. Unfortunately, we don't have a camera that points back at the driver unless it's on the outside of the race car. We'll take a look here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Hi, Debbie. White and green letters. That's fantastic. RJ Hetke not driving that car at all tonight, but his mom getting a shout-out from Mike Barry and Chad Irvine. Well done. Here is Patrick Byrne, now your leader in the COT class. Coming around, Jason Willott. Willott's on the same lap, but actually that may be Willott. That is just ahead of the 27 of Patrick Byrne. Little disappointed in the generic iRacing paint scheme there on the 27. We had a lot higher expectations of you here, Bizzle. A little bit back further in the field, Cody Claiborne in the 82 is your leader in the super late model class and the class winner, as a matter of fact, with only one of the super late models. I can't believe there's only one super late model in this show right now. Nicholas Isidro is your race leader in the street stock division, currently running 13 laps in arrears of the overall race lead. So 37 minutes into this 3-hour-long BrisMans race. We'll have play-by-play take you through to about the 45-minute mark, and then we'll leave the cameras up so you can kind of get a follow on everybody. May take a short break on the play-by-play side of things, unless any of our drivers want to jump in. Something tells me we need Jason Owens to do some play-by-play here as well at some point in the race here. Race leader Patrick Byrne making his way down pit road. Right side of the car was up in the air, cruised down and around to the left-hand side. This is going to be stop number 3 for Byrne. He's down and away. Stop coming at lap number 146 overall, 133 for the car. That's going to promote Jason Willott to the race lead. Not sure where this is going to shake everything out in the point standings, but pretty sure we'll have an answer for you here in the next couple of weeks after this race anyway. Well, we were going to give you a look from the gyro cam, but perhaps the most TNT camera view of all time. Both the gyro cam and the roll bar absolutely nowhere close to being usable. There's the cockpit view, so you can at least see out the front of the number 114, running the high line. At the front of the field, RJ Heckey still your race leader by 7 2/3 seconds over Sebastian Kinder. So once again, everybody, for those of you hearing the music and the party in the background here, it's Poland in the Poconos Day. We're coming to you live from Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania. Actually, not too far away from our good buddies at the Pocono Raceway. Should have a pretty neat deal to announce with them in the TNT Series here in the not too distant future. We may post some pictures up here or try to get you a camera at some point in this thing. We're going to have knights doing battle here, like full armor, the whole bit, fighting just back behind our broadcast position. Bunch of historical reenactors, all sorts of good Polish food and stuff here. So maybe we'll give you a sneak peek of that, maybe a picture-in-picture or something, but that's the party that's going on behind us. Figure the TNT Series is going to throw a party. We're going to do it in a big way. Working the 41-minute mark. And RJ Heckey holding on to the race lead. Sebastian Kinder is closing in a hurry here. Much newer tires, and they're paying dividends here. Last lap, about a half second faster than Heckey. Are we still live here? The comments have gone quiet. Let us know where you're watching from. Hopefully you're enjoying the show here. Give you the check-in on the weather conditions courtesy of our friends at the Weather Center. Offensively accurate weather for Eastern Pennsylvania. 68 degrees, the ambient temperature, 75-degree track temp. It is going to warm up. Oh, big trouble on the racetrack. We'll come back to that in just a moment here. Trouble for Mike Barry and RJ Hetke. See what happened here to Mike Barry and RJ Hetke. Hetke just starts to lose it. Comes down the racetrack. Those cars will make contact, get down to the inside wall. Hetke spins it back around. Oh, and absolutely drills Corey Cleary. Big, smooth move of the race nominee, RJ Hetke. Pulls right up in front of Corey Cleary. In fact, let's get you the onboard look here from Corey Cleary's machine. Take a look, see what he saw off. Keep your eye here, off of turn number 2. Oh, there's Debbie. Well, RJ, whatever. Cleary upside down, grenades the motor. Unfortunately, he's going to have to take the tow back to the pit area. See if that may be a penalty of some sort from race control. I highly doubt it. Basically, this is a series with no rules, so you can't be doling out penalties for stupidity when you're encouraging stupidity. Or at least that's the way I see it. So Sebastian Kinder now once again your race leader. Mike Barry running in the second position, 5 laps in arrears. Kinder has absolutely checked out. He is long gone from the front of the field. RJ Hetke running in the third position. He's 1 minute and 42 seconds behind the race leader and 31 seconds back of Mike Barry. That equates to about 2 laps here. Jason Willott is the race leader in the COT division. He has an 11-second lead over Patrick Byrne. Cody Claiborne going to be your race leader in the super late model division. He's going to come around Rafael Sabara, who's now pit side. And Nicholas Isidro, your race leader in the street stock division. But with that, like we said, we're going to get to the 45-minute mark. We'll leave timing and scoring up for you, but the announcer is going to take a short break here. Oh, man, seeing a comment here from Jeffrey Davis saying iRacing DQ'd us even though we did our pass-through. What a tough break there. That was car number 4, only turning 69 laps. Nice. So here's Sebastian Kinder, your race leader, and we'll get you the crank cameras and let you enjoy the sights and sounds of BrisMans presented by McConey Setup Shop. approaching 1 hour into BrisMans for the TNT Special Events Series. How appropriate that a Frenchman be leading a Le Mans-themed event here. Sebastian Kinder holding a lead over Mike Barry, who, well, he just wrecked. Let's take a look here and see what happened to Barry. That car getting way loose. May have actually had a tire issue. Oh, man, then a wild tumble down the back straightaway. Get you another look at the replay from the in-car. You can see him really sawing and fighting the wheel. Up and over. And that would be all she wrote for Mike Barry. Oh, man, then he gets drilled. Not the safest of re-entries here in the TNT Special Events Series. I don't know that that's penalized whatsoever, so. Going to move RJ Hetke up to the second position. Checking in the comments here. Eldamont, great show, guys, especially Sebastian. Little home cooking going on there. Our buddy Jeff Davis checking in, saying, hey, unfortunately, he and teammate Mark Reed DQ'd out of this race after only 69 laps. Nice. Archiving Ohio Dirt Track Racing, saying rubber side up, shiny side down. Yeah, there you go. There's Chad Irvine with the answer. Had a puncture in the right rear. Basically wore it down to nothing. Driver change for the race leaders. On pit road for the second time here. Sebastian Kinder is out. Wes Shire in to the number 97. So should be theoretically about hour-long stints each. I believe we will also see James Watson in that number 97 machine. At least that's what I'm thinking anyway. So Wes Shire, your race leader now. RJ Hetke running 35 seconds back, 1 lap in arrears. Tell you what, though, that car of Mike Barry just came around Shire with absolute ease. Now, Barry's got a lot more laps in it. They have not made the driver change yet. Here's Patrick Byrne into the pit area in the number 27. See some damage on the right-hand side of the number 27 machine. Dakota DeMeg back into the number 82, so they've performed their second driver change of the event. Would seem to make sense here if you're going to try to run about half-hour-long stints. Dakota gets out of the race car. Get Cody Claiborne in it, and Claiborne comes into the pit area. Trouble on the racetrack for James East. See what happened here to the 355. Little loose off the corner, bags it off the inside safer barrier. Uses up the left front side of that car pretty heavily. We'll go back to the live look here. Another driver change of note here, a little bit further back in the pack. Andrew Acera climbing aboard the 05. Got to say congratulations to Andrew. Picked up his first win, first career win in the All-Star Slingshot division at Snydersville Raceway a couple of weeks ago. Patrick Byrne on the racetrack, and he's going to have Dakota DeMeg right behind him. Different classes, but it is a battle for overall position. That's the fight for 7th. Race leader in the street stocks making his way in. They'll take the quick repair. Looks like Isidro going to stay in the car. Right sides are up. Fairly certain it's going to be Hoosier rubber. on that car. I believe it is now iRacing branded here. Zach Skotnicki, ZAS Gaming checking in. If you like the neon wheels, you should see James Watson's cars. T. Watson Racing is instantly identifiable on the racetrack. Actually, this is one of the tamer schemes that team runs there for the number 97. The French tricolor on that one, and makes sense as an ode to the Le Mans 24 hours. Seeing the 59 of Gary DeMoss making his way down pit road. Trouble on the racetrack for Andrew Acera. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. See what happened to the 0-5. A little bit too much on corner exit. Drills the inside safer barrier. And he does the intelligent thing and toes back to the pits. As we see the 59 of DeMoss getting off pit road now, 18.37 seconds on the stop. So let's run you through your class leaders here. That is Wes Shire. The number 97 machine has been out front for almost the entirety of this race. Couple of very consistent drivers in that car early on in Sebastian Kinder and Wes Shire. Currently leading the super late model class and second, I guess, in the class standings. Dakota DeMay completing 232 laps, 16 laps down of your race leader. But all that matters is he's leading in class. Patrick Byrne in the 27, the race leader, over Jason Willott. However, we are anticipating seeing Byrne on pit road sooner than later. He stopped at lap number 175. Lap 213 on the stop for Jason Willott, and he is closing very, very quickly indeed. The fourth of your classes, Jose Godinho, currently running in the 11th position. That car 23 laps in arrears to the overall race leader. Corey Cleary on the pit road in the number 4. He had one of the wildest accidents we've seen. And a nominee for Big Smooth Move of the Race. Making contact with Jason Willott's machine as they were coming off pit road. See if we can get a word here with Gary DeMoss, currently driving the number 59 machine. And Gary, are you reevaluating your life choices at this point in time?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Or, oh, absolutely, as Patrick would say.
Yeah, you're currently running 4th in class and 5 or so laps down. But the reality is here all it takes is a couple of knuckleheads to make contact, launch you out of the ballpark, and all of a sudden you guys are right back in this thing. Still a long way to go.
Yeah, I've gotten lucky on a couple of these before, so we'll see if my luck's run out or not.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. We appreciate you checking in with us here. Gary DeMoss in the 59. RJ Hechtke going to make his way down pit road. So RJ Hechtke on the pit lane and continuing to go laps down here to race leader Wes Shire. Shire stopped at lap 229. They've got a long way to go yet. Little bit surprised that we have a Tour Modified as the fastest car on the racetrack. looks like Corey Cleary actually has the overall fastest lap of the race, 14.3 seconds. Currently running in the 4th position overall and in the Whelen Tour Modified division. He falls back to 5th as Dakota DeMeg. That car has stopped 4 times, last time at lap 188. So I would tend to think we're going to see them. They've already made 4 stops in this race. This race really is just about keeping the nose of the race car clean. And this is why that 82 machine doesn't bail out here. They've still got a shot at the overall win. Right now being scored 16 laps in arrears, but with a big tow for the cars in front of them, now all of a sudden that gap really disappears in a hurry. New fastest overall lap, the 350 of R.J. Hetke. Going quick time, 14.24 seconds, 14.24 for the 350 of R.J. Hetke. He's closing in on Mike Barry in a big-time hurry, but unfortunately, Barry still has a full lap over Hetke. And I would imagine we're going to see a driver change at some point here. If you're going to run 2 drivers and split the race in half, you're about 20 minutes away from making that driver change. So we'll see how that starts to develop here. If you're running a individual 1 hour long stints, you're only about 11 minutes into the stint for the second driver of the race car. That would put Wes Shire due for a pit stop in about 20 laps or excuse me, about 20 minutes or so. That's at least based on the numbers that we've seen to this point. Hetke going to be battling with Corey Cleary. Cleary running in the 9th position. Both of those cars making contact. Hetke going to work his way back up onto the racetrack. Leader in the street stock division, Jose Godinho, native of Portugal. 2 stops, last stopping at lap number 192, and Godinho may be running this one as a solo. Once again, let's get you the team names up here. Wes Shire going to be leading for the Team Watson entry. Dingleberry Truffle Butter Racing Ventures, currently running in the 2nd position. R.J. Hetke, Race vs. Bristol, and Black Nagata Racing, your top 5. Although with that, Willot Sim Sport and Team Fast Repair are going to jump up to 5th and 6th overall. It's Bizzle Bitch running in the 8th position. Cleary Racing in 9th, and GTZ Bulls in the 10th position overall. Gary DeMoss in 11th, Not BK Racing running in the 12th position. TeamGoonSquad.com in 13th. There you see the rest of the team names up there on your screen. I have no idea what the comment is in reference to, but Chad Irvine saying, yeah, that's not going to happen. No idea what you're talking about there, Chad. Refresh my memory here. At the rate this race is going, the play-by-play team may be a 6-pack of pounders deep by the time this race finishes. Picking up Dakota DeMeg. Class leader in the super late models. Trouble on the racetrack for Rafael Sabara. Brazilian driver in the number 65. That's the Black Nagata Racing entry. Man, that may have been same thing. The left side, left rear going down. Loops it off the corner, smacks the inside safer barrier. And unfortunately, he's going to have to tow back to the pit area. So at the 1 hour and 15-minute mark, Wes Shire still the race leader. I believe that's a Team Watson Racing entry. Not officially listed that way. It's giving us the driver names, but I'm fairly certain that that one's Team Watson Racing. Dakota DeMeg currently leading the super late model division, running in the 4th position overall, 18 laps in arrears of your overall leader. James Curtis on the same lap, but not by much here. Currently your race leader in the COT division. 3 wide just ahead of Curtis. Here comes the 350 of RJ Hecky. How about going 2 for 1 in the corner? Yes, the 97 is a TWR car. That's what I thought. Team Watson Racing, the listed entry of that number 97 machine. Now we've got all the correct names up here. There's Team Watson Racing. Baldwin Racing Ventures, the car for RJ Hecky. So I believe Connor Baldwin will be in that car at some point, or at least I would think so. May have been some intra-squad drama with that team, though. What it was, I have no idea, but we're just trying to stir up trouble here. Big run for the 05 of Andrew Acera. Currently running in the 14th position. 38 laps down. That car has had multiple issues out here on the racetrack. Nice slick little pass there, though, for Acera. Race leader in the super late models making his way down pit road. That's Dakota DeMeg. See some damage on the front end of that machine. We'll keep an eye out here. Going to be Hoosier Tires going on that number 82 as he hits the pit box. Car goes up on the right-hand side. If the old Cup cars were called Twisted Sister, I have no idea what you would call a super late model. These things are pinched, pulled, twisted, and turned just about every way you can. They almost look silly when they're not running on the racetrack. That 82 packing in every ounce of fuel they possibly can. That is pit stop number 5 for the 7 machine. James Curtis going to come around that 82 as well. Curtis in the 88 on his way into the pit box. 16.8 seconds the time on the stop last time. Excuse me, that was this time around. 16.78 seconds. There we go. Now he's making his way around into his box. Pretty rapidly approaching the halfway point here in this 3-hour BrisMans Spectacular for the TNT Special Events Series. Several cars now being scored as out of the race, including Mark Reed, Nick Simone, Rick Cleary, and Rafael Sabara. That'll leave 13 cars out on the racetrack right now. Andrew Acera, the last car currently running. He's in the 0-5, back there in the 13th position. Even the cars that are on the same lap, not really in a battle. There's Mike Barry. The Dingleberry Trufflewater Racing Enterprises, number 69. Team NRN, send nudes, macaroni and cheese. You know, nudes, get it? Anyway, Mike Barry still piloting that number 69 machine. They've made 4 stops, last stopping at lap number 221. Man, that car really starting to get loose, though. You can see all the marbles building up around the outside of the racetrack. That'll come into play later if somebody has to make a really aggressive passing move. Patrick Byrne making his way down pit road. He was already 1 lap down to class leader Jason Willott in the 114. He takes the quick repair. Crew already done their work on the right-hand side. Going to be 4 Goodyear Racing Eagles, 2 cans Sunoco fuel. He's down and away, 14.3 seconds on the stop. Good, quick one for the number 27 team. Here comes Jason Willott in the 114. Class leader in the COTs making his way down the pit road. We had some pretty big trouble here on the racetrack for Dakota DeMeg. Not sure what it was. We don't see a crash or anything for that car. But DeMeg now back to the 11th position after a 2-minute and 44-second pit stop. Westshire now your leader by 3 seconds. Jason Owens, we need you in the booth. If you can comment in the comments section, we need you in the booth here, bud. I feel like I'm talking to myself. I've been talking to myself for the last hour and a half almost. Let's give you the rundown through the field here. There is Westshire, your race leader. Up 1 spot from where the race started here. Between Shire and Sebastian Kinder, they have been pretty darn good all night long here. And in fact, here, we'll get the comment up here from Jason Owens. Tuesday Night Thunder all-oval champion Westshire at the pointy end of the field. I know, it's a shock, isn't it? Sebastian Kinder did most of the legwork, though, getting the car out to a good lead. Now it looks like Jason Owens is here with us in the booth. So, yeah, no surprise that we have Westshire at the front of the field here, but we've got some pretty big stuff coming here for the TNT Special Events Series and the TNT sort of all-oval PM18 Series.
Now it's not almost a
Oh, Jason, your mic has gone full potato. You sound worse than I do, apparently. All right, we'll see if we can get Jason Owens back in the booth here in just a moment.
How about?
No, you're still a potato there, brother. How about new fastest lap of the race? Andrew Acera, 14.2 seconds. The car's running in 12th, a metric ton of laps down, but the car's still fast. And we've sort of settled things down. I can't believe we're seeing timing and scoring look like this, but top 4 overall in the wheel and modified division, running 1 through 4 on the racetrack. Then 5, 6, 7, 8 is going to be the COT division cars. Jason Willott, Patrick Byrne, James Curtis, Gary DeMoss. You go back to 9th place, Nicholas Isidro. He has Jose Godino and James Easton lined behind him. Throw in the tour mod of Andrew Acera that had some early issues. And there's Dakota DeMeg, and that car actually appears to be out of the race. Not entirely sure what's going on here. Kevin Smalley checking in saying J.O. Robot. I am not going anywhere near the jokes that stand to be made for that one. Mike Barry down on the pit lane. He brings the number 69 into the box. We'll see if there will be a driver change. The DeWeather Center guys have been having too much of an effect on me here. Crew getting 4 new Hoosier slippers on that tour modified of Mike Barry. Mike works on these cars in the real world. Not bad on the setup of them either. So here's Jason Willott, currently running in the 5th position. We are 4 minutes from the halfway point here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Chad Irvine checking in saying, hi, Chris. What's going on, bud? We could get you in the booth as well here. There's Nicholas Isidro getting passed by Mike Barry. I can't believe here. Take a look, both the high side and the very inside of the racetrack. Look at all the rubber buildup on the inside of the racetrack. It's almost like there's a coating of dark colored stripper glitter all over the inside of this racetrack in the corners. As Patrick Byrne comes around Isidro. Chad says he's just letting Mike turn his laps. Oh, he's spotting for his teammate. Spotters are for wimps, we'll say that. We should be running this race not only without spotters, but without mirrors and relatives as well. If Debbie can do it, everybody else can. Wes Shire, your race leader. RJ Hecky running in 2nd. Mike Barry 3rd. Corey Cleary in 4th. Jason Willott, Patrick Byrne, James Curtis, the top 3 in the COT division. Nicholas Isidro, Jose Godino, James East, the top 3 in the street stocks. And Dakota DeMeg is out of the race. So we're down to 12 cars left on the racetrack. Significantly less carnage than we might have been hoping for, as apparently the Woo Girls have come to the party here behind us. Yes, there is actually. Jason, let me know this in the what was the number here? You had a certain number of incident points and then you got a disqualification after a certain number of incident points as well. That may come into play here. We could actually run out of race cars. Chad Irvine saying the only spotting I'm doing is spotting the big target on the back of the 977. I'm assuming he means the 97 of race leader Wes Shire. So he's getting ready to call out the dump button. Could we see drama and shenanigans late in this race? That'll be an interesting one to see for sure. 40 incidents before a disqualification. I would think a lot of these drivers have to be getting at least semi-close to that. I mean, hell, you can brush the wall every lap for 40 laps. You can hit it twice a lap, in fact. With the way the marbles have built up on the outside of the racetrack, that is a very real concern. Chad says he's not Sobner. I am working on getting there, and it sounded, based on what Jason Owens was trying to tell us, he may not be either. Pull up the race info here for you, tell you a little bit about what we have going on here tonight. This is BrisMans for the TNT Special Events Series, presented by McConey Setup Shop. Have to say a huge thank you to Jeff McConey and the entire McConey Setup Shop team for developing all the fixed setups for the race here this evening. So apparently, oh, there we go. 45 is the number for a disqualification. And Chad Irvine said he was not Sobner. Jason Owens says me either. And it's 90,000 degrees out on this lake right now. Better than a boxing gym, I'll say it that way. Make sure you give us a like and a follow on all the social channels here. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We're at National Racing Network. You can also follow us on Twitter at the NRN TV. So Wes Shire into the pits. Not sure what happened to Wes. Looks like that may be a scheduled pit stop as they make their way back out onto the racetrack. Kona side, turn 2. I am somewhere between a street party and a rave is what the question from Jason Owens is in the comments. Polish Day in the Poconos. A big party of Polish music, food, beer, all the good stuff. I believe there is some sort of a dance class being taught behind me. And I've currently got guys in plate armor that are getting ready to try to kill each other with swords. This may be something that we break into coverage for, quite frankly. So with Shire making the pit stop here, 1 minute, 21.28 seconds. The time on the pit stop. Trying to see, I don't see Wes available for a voice interview here. Not sure what the reason was for the minute and a half long pit stop, but it's going to drop him back here. Now, here comes RJ Hecke. He's into his pit box. That's going to move Mike Barry into said nudes. Hi, Debbie. We put those two sponsors in that order for a reason. Number 69 for Team Dingleberry Truffle Butter. They will be up to the front of the field. Down and away, 29.58 seconds. Time of the stop for RJ Hetke. There is your race leader. Get you a good look. The front visor says, "Hi, Debbie." Giving a shout out there to Mrs. Hetke, RJ's mom. The car's covered in macaroni and cheese, and it says, "Send nudes" on the back of it. Send some macaroni and cheese our way, please. Wes Shire running in the second position, and he's going to come around, unlap himself. Oh, man, I thought Mike Barry was going straight for the dump. He had a shot to go full Teddy Christopher on Wes Shire. Instead, he's going to let the 97 come around. Barry's going to have to make a pit stop here. New quick time of the race, RJ Hetke. 14.20 seconds. 14.2, the quick time for RJ Hetke. It sounds like the medieval sword fights are about to be starting behind us here. How about Hetke going quick time again, 14.18 seconds. 14.18, the lap time for the 350 of RJ Hetke. James Curtis making his way down pit road in the number 88. Time of the last stop was 48 seconds. We'll see what the lap time is going to be this, or the pit time is going to be this time. Trouble on the racetrack for Andrew Acera. See what the issue was there for the 05. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Oh, contact with a 424. He's going to get it up into the outside retaining wall. That was Nicholas Isidro, who's come around class leader Nicholas Isidro. Jose Godinho, your new class leader in the street stocks by a full 2 laps. So now Andrew Acera is 05, going to be in the pit lane. And that may be the end of the night there for that machine. 11 cars still remain on the racetrack. Here's Mike Barry coming back around Wes Shire. He's trying to keep Wes Shire a lap down. Chad Irvine checking in saying thanks to McConey Setup Shop. Yes, thank you very, very much for McConey Setup Shop coming on board as the title sponsor of this one. They made all the fixed setups for this race. For the best in iRacing setups, head on over to McConeySetupShop.com. I believe now offering subscription packages as well, in addition to their one-off sets. So Mike Barry, your race leader, Wes Shire back on the lead lap. But he's got a long way to go to catch back up to Barry. The difference is Barry's going to have to come into the pits here at some point. Show you the pit strategy graphics here. We're sort of in the, well, I'll say this way. We could be in the window where Mike Barry's going to come into the pits. He could wait as long as potentially lap number 99. 99 laps before he comes in. So he could be nowhere close. That really is going to dictate who wins this race and who loses. As Barry getting caught back in. And how about RJ Hetke? He's caught up to Mike Barry, who's caught up to Wes Shire. While Mike Barry is all on his lonesome on the lap. Hedke can come around and go to work on West Shire. Be the first car one lap down. One hour, 40 minutes on the scoreboard here. So we will get our second commercial break out of the way. We'll have one more short one to go before the end of the race, but for right now, we'll get the break out of the way. You are watching BrisMans, presented by the McConey Setup Shop, right here on the network.
You want to be the best. You can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
You're blind. You're trying to escape from here, aren't you? I want to see how far you can make it before your head is chopped off.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to Bristol Motor Speedway and BrisMans, the TNT Special Events Race for the month of July. Absolutely epic stuff coming up here later on this season. August, it will be Crownhurst. The Silver Crowns that are only built to turn left will take on Mount Panorama and Bathurst. Along with, we'll have the Jumpy Trucks and the Nissan GTPs to flip over the Silver Crowns that managed to flip trying to make right-hand turns. We'll also have a bunch of Aussies and Kiwis driving Skip Barber race cars, basically acting as kangaroos. We're fully expecting for drunken, well, assholeness out of the Kiwis and Australians. Coming up in September, it'll be TNV, which sounds like it will be a four race show in one night. Potentially Lime Rock, Williams Grove, Lucas Oil Raceway Park, and Crandon Motorsports Park. Dirt oval, pavement oval, road course, dirt road course, all in the same night for the brand new Formula V. Coming up in the month of October, Legends of the Fall. Obviously, the Legends cars will be involved with that one. November, we're going roller derby racing. You don't want to miss that one. And then December is going to be Beef and a Smile 2. Probably, I would imagine, at the iRacing Super Speedway once again. But yeah, this one's going to be a ton of fun here. As we come back from the break, the racing has been very good here, especially at the front of the field. Top three cars all on the lead lap. In fact, we've got a tight battle for the race lead. 10th of a second separating Wes Shire and RJ Hetke. Mike Barry on pit road, upwards of 1 minute. Not sure if that is a penalty or an issue of some sort for Mike Barry. Maybe an incident limit penalty. He's on his way out of the box. 1 minute 22.05 seconds. Also, it could be a 4-tire change. Tire changes on the Tour mods take absolutely forever. But that's going to put him 6 laps in arrears. But how about it, race fans? Wes Shire, RJ Hetke duking it out. Fighting for the overall lead of BrisMans. Just over the halfway point here, 1 hour 47 minutes in. We are going to take our second play-by-play break of the night, but the coverage isn't going anywhere. Penalty confirmed is the word from Chad Irvine, so there you go. So with that, we'll get the announce crew a short break here, and then we'll be back for the final hour of BrisMans.
It's tight track, not a lot of places to go. It's just a lot of beating and banging, and everyone's just going to be falling out. Yeah, and once you hit it, especially on worn tires, it's kind of like driving on ice. There's no grip, you can't stop, you can't even get it turned to even avoid anything. You just slide right on through it. Yeah, it's not even a lot of little 1Xs. I've just scrubbed the wall a couple times, and each time it was at least a 2.
All right, well, there you go. Thank you very much, Andrew. Apparently, I've been talking to myself for the last half hour or so. 2 hours and 8 minutes on the scoreboard. Not entirely sure what's going on here with the mic situation, but seems to be fixed. RJ Hecke, your race leader, by 35 seconds. Call it 2 laps over James Watson. Chad Irvine, third. Corey Cleary in fourth, all in the modified division. Patrick Byrne leading the COT division in the 27. No, top 3 are not on the lead lap. Less, more Sobner, Jason. Top 3 are separated by 9 laps, actually. However, the top 2 in the COT division are on the lead lap. Patrick Byrne and Jason Willott. Willott about 15 seconds back, though. In fact, not much ahead. There you can see the 114 of Jason Willott. Nicholas Isidro is the new race leader in the street stock division. Trouble on the racetrack for James Watson a little bit ago here. Let's show you what happened to the 97. Oh, he got some big-time help. Huge hit for Chad Irvine and James Watson. And that's what put the gap in place. Both of those cars having the big issue. You have to come to the pits to repair the damage. And here we have Chad Irvine making his way down the pit road. And it looks like Irvine is going to take the tow. Not entirely sure what the thought process on the strategy is there, but Chad Irvine takes the tow. There's race leader RJ Hecke with a 2-lap lead over James Watson. And Chad Irvine now being scored 12 laps in arrears. Patrick Byrne in the pit area as well, race leader in the COT division. Going to need at least 1, if not 2 more pit stops to complete this race for the COTs. And this is going to be a long stop for Chad Irvine as well. And at the rate that they're turning laps here, we could see Jason Willott and Patrick Byrne get around Chad Irvine, at least potentially anyway here. Irvine should have about another 10 seconds or so coming in to serve the penalty for the incident limits. So Jason Willott has the race lead, but Patrick Byrne is coming in a hurry. Keep our eye on the class leader, Willott. Willott got it almost up against the safer barrier in turn number 2. Chad Irvine still, he's on his way back into the pits. In fact, 1 minute 43.62 was the time for the stop for Chad Irvine. Irvine down and away. May have been a pass-through penalty for speeding on pit road. Oh, but how about this? High drama late in this race. Debbie only needs 1X and he's out of the race. That's race leader RJ Hetke is sitting on 39 incident points. Can he go the next 47 minutes without touching anything? I don't think so. Based on prior experiences that we've seen with RJ. I'm kidding, bud. Ziggy, you should be our pit reporter here. Shoot me a message. You talk to everybody in the Discord. We'll bring you into the booth. And hearing, let's see here, let's bring in Mike Barry into the booth here, because Mike, we're seeing the message from you that you're sitting on a 44 as well. How do you go 45 laps without touching anything at Bristol?
That's a really good question, Chris. I mean, I definitely didn't put Chad in a great situation. I think I count for 30 of those X's. But his goal right now is just to stay out as long as possible. We know no one behind. We know we can't really lose positions anymore. We're pretty sure Corey Cleary's pulled it in. But if with this news that Debbie's he's having problems, if we can get around him, and maybe we'll have a chance at second, even first, if James and Folk have problems.
I was going to say, that's the big question, is what is that Team Watson Racing car sitting on? We'll see what's going on there. But thank you very much for checking in with us, Mike. We appreciate it. And let's see if we can get, well, we did have him. Then he disappeared from the booth on us again. This is going to be high drama. At this point, we're following along with RJ Hetke, because any sort of an incident, even a little bit of a loss of control, could be it. We need Patrick Byrne into the Discord as well here, please. .45 minutes remaining, actually 44 and a half here in BrisMans, the Bristol Motor Speedway 3 hours spectacular for the TNT Special Events Series. Does RJ Hetke have the ability to not touch? I mean, you heard Mike Barry say it. This is going to be incredibly difficult. All it takes is one lap car to make a mistake, pinball off the wall and into you, and your race is over. I would assume if we get down to one car remaining that would be it, but who knows at this point. Jason Willott was in the pit area. He's down and away, 14.35 seconds. Going to be a couple of laps behind Patrick Byrne, but Byrne will have to make another pit stop. A Tour Modified has led every lap of this BrisMans race. James Watson running in the second position. There's Chad Irvine right behind. But Irvine 16 laps behind James Watson. And we may be starting to see sunset here. Oh, back end coming way around on the Watson machine. Watson got it up into the loose stuff on the outside. And that's it. Race is over for Chad Irvine. He smacked the outside retaining wall. And that's going to be it for Chad Irvine. They will not finish third overall. They will, however, finish third in class, as Corey Cleary is also out of the race at this point. James Watson on pit road making his stop. 4 new sneakers going on the number 97. They'll pack it full of fuel, get him down and away. What can RJ Hetke do late in this race? All right, let's see if we can get a word here with Patrick Byrne.
What's up?
Bizzle, your car's currently on pit road here, but how many X's do you have left? How many screw-ups?
0. I won't get disqualified, but it's such a close race between me and Wallet that if I screw up, it's over.
Well, I was going to say, but how close are you to the DQ mark? Because we're starting to see that at the front of the field. You may have a realistic shot at a win here.
I am at 30 out of 45.
So you've got plenty to go. Chad Irvine just went out of the race in third. RJ Hetke has 1 X left. So you could be staring down a P2. And, well, the Team Watson Racing guys are being antisocial and don't want to talk to us. So we have no idea what they're sitting on either.
Yeah, no, they actually came into our channel just to mock us, but I don't know where they're hiding. So I don't know what's going on over in their camp, but we're having fun over here.
All right, bud. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, Bizzle. Let's see what we can find here. Here we go. We found the Team Watson Racing cars. They were trying to hide from us. We're in their, well, quite frankly, their private lobby here. So how many X's do you guys have left?
Invasion. What are you doing here?
Yes, it is. The Americans are invading French territory.
You cannot do that.
We only have 12X. We've been surprisingly clean. We just got absolutely screwed. We've gotten 2 speeding penalties by being just literally 1 mile an hour over on pit road entry, and that's what killed us. Like, well, those are some weak penalties.
I'll tell you what, though. Here's the bonus to that one. It kept you off the racetrack a little bit. RJ Hetke has 1 left.
So
yeah, we've been keeping track of that.
So how does that change your thought process and how you strategize the end of this race, or at this point is it just kind of balls to the wall and see how many laps you can turn?
Drive quickly and don't hit things.
Yeah, I'm kind of having, because I ran the piss out of this thing and blew out the right rear and had to take an extra unscheduled stop. So our hope is him doing Debbie things and getting himself booted.
Oh, that's fantastic. Gentlemen, thank you very much. We appreciate the time. So there you go. That's your Team Watson Racing update. They are hiding and being antisocial. Down inside of 40 minutes remaining. see if we can get a word here with Chad Irvine. So, Chad, ultimately, you put a good run into it. Mike, your teammate said he screwed you a little, giving you 30X. But you took care of the other 15. So, all in all, not exactly like the race you guys wanted to have.
Oh, he said it was 30. It was closer to like 35 to 40. But anyway. No, Mike and I, it was a ton of fun. He had some pace early on. I mean, we were 6 laps down at one point. And he got us all the way back to the lead just on pace. It was a ton of fun, though. And, I mean, I wish the incident limit wasn't so harsh. I mean, it seems like a lot of guys are struggling. But we've got a podium locked up, it looks like. So, I mean, I'll take that in class.
Yes, a podium in class, and you won't finish. Let me see. We'll spitball the math here. You're probably going to finish in about the 9th position, is what it looks like. Still not a bad run for you guys, considering that all that matters is the class finish. So you guys are getting some good points out of this.
Oh yeah, I mean, at least now I can sit back, drink a beer, and watch the rest of this shit show unfold.
I was going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. We've been drinking all day, but. All right, brother. Thank you very much, Chad. We appreciate it. We'll get you back here to teammate Mike Barry. And I tell you what, RJ Hetke has been impressive out here. Keeping the car clean. Oh, man, right as we say that, though, touches the inside line. I mean, you barely touch the apron of this racetrack, and the car wants to go around. Sounds like the next set of sword fights is going to be happening behind us here. Race leader RJ Hetke hits his pit box for what could be the final time. We'll see how many laps James Watson's going to be able to make up here out on the racetrack. The 25 of Rick Cleary still sitting on pit road, but he's been out of this race for almost a couple hours at this point. Hetke down and away, 30.83 seconds for a full tank of EP Racing fuel. Oh, and he commits a Kona side as well. James Watson going to play nice with Hetke. He's going to be now 3 laps down, but here's Hetke up around the outside of James Watson. Hearing that Hetke may have been considering right side tires only. I'm not entirely sure the reasoning behind that. Because Watson is still going to have to make another pit stop, I think. Or at least it's going to be very tight. Oh, man. Not what Hetke wants to see. He almost made contact with James Curtis. Curtis gets up out of the way, as does Gary DeMoss. Hetke to the inside. Oh, Watson slides up the racetrack. Back bumper bromance with Gary DeMoss. How about the driving there from RJ Hetke? If he wins this race, that was the race-winning move. Avoiding 3 slower COT cars. NASCAR's oldest and best division, putting on quite the show at the front of the field. Yeah, that was a 0x moment for Debbie, is what Ziggy's telling us in the chat here. And I mean, we heard James Watson making a little bit of a joke about it, about RJ doing Debbie things, but he's gone from a pinball in the DXS series to not spectacularly clean, but clean enough at this point. CAS Design saying it would be a shame if RJ got bumped in the bumper. You guys wouldn't do that, would they? James Watson's not that kind of driver. What am I talking about? Of course he's that kind of driver. He is going for the win. We are approaching the half-hour mark, 30 minutes remaining. RJ Hecky making his way down pit road. Yeah, here you go. Here's the update from Chad Irvine. He's close to a penalty, not a disqualification. There's the drive-through penalty that Hecky's going to have to serve.
Round 2 is a forfeit by the Pine Barrens. Iron Lions win this round. There is still one last round.
He has a few devils on his shoulders right now. You really think Wes and Sebastian would say things like that in his ear? Oh, man, I don't know. There's Ziggy checking in. Saying, yes, he is the devil on the shoulder. So we're going to be down to 30 minutes remaining. Let's get you the race rundown here. RJ Hecky is your race leader in the modified division. 3 laps ahead of James Watson running in the second position. Just a little bit back on the racetrack is Patrick Byrne, currently leading the COT division by 32 seconds. Call it 2 laps here as Byrne's going to make his way down onto the apron. I would guess we're going to see him on pit road. That is so treacherous. Trying to get onto pit road.
Team captains, please get your first round of melee fighters ready to enter the list.
That's going to get Jason Willott the 2 laps he needs. But Willott's going to have to come in here to pit soon as well. If they're getting about 100 laps into the run, we're only about 15 laps away from a final pit stop for Jason Willott. In the street stock division, Jose Godinho leading by 28 seconds over Nicholas Isidro. Again, that is a 2-lap difference. And Dakota DeMay claiming the win in the late model division. Here is Jason Willott on the pit road. So we'll see where he's going to come out here. Looks like he's going to go back to being 2 laps down. And actually, there's Patrick Byrne just behind him on the racetrack. Byrne's going to have the tires up to temperature. Willott will have the fresher rubber for a little bit longer portion of the run. James Curtis not far out of this battle as well. He's right behind Patrick Byrne, but a full lap behind Jason Willott for second in the class. Here's Jose Godinho in the 206. Was the race leader at a couple of different points tonight. Godinho going to be on his way down and away, 46.05 seconds on the pit stop. Stopping here at lap 569. Nicholas Isidro going to be due in pit road. Again, at least in the not too distant future anyway.
You have 1 minute.
ZAS Gaming says, I know they would, speaking about Wes and Sebastian, because I was too. Why is that not a surprise that we would have a couple of, we'll call them rabble-rousers, trying to get James Watson all jacked up here. James Curtis on pit road in the number 88. Currently running third overall. Oh, overshoots the pit box. He's got to back it up. He was 4 laps down. We'll see how many laps down he's going to be now.
Time Barons, you need 1 more. Time Barons, you need 1 more player.
So there's your race leader, RJ Hetke, in the number 350. Trying to pocket basically a full team share of the $120 on offer. Each of the 4 classes is going to pay $20 to win. Excuse me, $40 to win. Wait, no, 30 bucks. 4 times 3 is 12. $30 to win the class. So if James Watson wins, well, that'll get split up amongst the team as they see fit. RJ Hetke would claim the entire lot here. Oh, big trouble for James Curtis. Huge hit there. See what happened here to Curtis, just a little bit too much. Tried to slide it, oh, but he drills the outside safer barrier. Throws him right back across the racetrack. And there you see James Curtis making his way down to the attention of his crew. So we're going to take one more short play-by-play break here. And we'll be back with the conclusion of BrisMans here on the National Racing Network. We are back inside of 30 minutes remaining here in BrisMans, and there's your race leader, RJ Hetke. Absolutely fantastic drive tonight. All afternoon, for that matter, for RJ Hetke. Holding a 3-lap advantage over James Watson. Both of those cars should be good to go to the end here on the incident point limit. Patrick Byrne running in the 3rd position overall, first in class for the COTs. Going to be making his, what should be his final pit stop. RJ Hetke also on his way in. Couple of class leaders on pit road at the same time. We'll cover the stop for Hetke, or excuse me, for Byrne. Absolutely critical for RJ Hetke to not have any penalties here on pit road. Byrne is down and away, 14.42 seconds on the stop. Hetke down and away, 18.17 seconds. Fantastic stop, murders another cone. So Hetke going to hold on to the 16-second lead over James Watson. There's the gap. Watson right in front of Hetke. Watson, however, in danger of going a lap down, and he's going to have to make another pit stop. I would not anticipate James Watson making this easy on RJ Hetke. Slides up the racetrack a little bit. Oh, there's big contact. Hetke goes around. Watson might have squeezed him a little bit. Hetke to the inside of the racetrack. Oh, drama, drama, drama. RJ Hetke crashes with James Watson. Let's get a look at it. Watson slides up the racetrack. Hetke, with basically nowhere to go, spins it around. He's going to get that car caught back up. But now he's going to have damage. And there it is. New race leader, James Watson. The question of avoidable contact has to be asked. I would tend to think no rules. Hetke on his way out of the pits. Took the quick repair, and that was it. I'll tell you what, consistency for Hetke here. He has not missed that cone once coming out of pit road. But now he's going to be a lap and a half down to race leader James Watson. See if we can get a word in here with RJ Hetke. And RJ, what are your thoughts here on that incident with James Watson?
Man, it's fine. It was just racing. I've been having fun this whole time. But yeah, that's just racing, man. It was fun, though.
I say it almost looks like one of those where he started to squeeze up the racetrack, almost like just the car got the push that you get late in a run, and you really didn't have anywhere to go once you were in the loose stuff.
Yeah. He's still got a pit, so I think I still have a chance because I'm on fresh tires, so I should be good till the end.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, RJ. We appreciate it. And yeah, you heard it. James Watson's going to have to stop at some point here. They could get about 100 laps is the number that we were sort of thinking. And here's where not making the mistake is really going to become critical, because Watson, any mistake on pit in or pit out, that will be the end of the race here. If he can open up a big enough gap, he's already got one lap, which you're going to lose anyway. if he's able to hold on to a lap and a half to a lap and 2/3, you could potentially see a very, very tight battle for the race lead. And it looks like RJ Hetke going to be back on pit road. I wonder if this is a penalty for the incidents. Looks like a drive-through. Unfortunately, that's going to put Hetke 2 laps down. It definitely opened the gap up in a pretty big way here now for James Watson at the front of the field. Patrick Byrne holds on to the race lead in the COT division. He has a 2-lap advantage over Jason Willott and a 7-lap lead over James Curtis, who runs in the 3rd position. Looking at Nicholas Isidro. He was up against the outside wall. Here comes the race leader down onto pit road. Watson has to make this stop to perfection. Hits the marks. The Team Watson Racing crew going to go to work here. Canal Plus on the side of that French liveried, or at least French-themed livery. To right side Hoosier Tires. He's down and away. Got to make sure you get the exit of pit road right, too. Watson back up onto the racetrack. Here comes Hetke. The lap is inside of 1 second. Watson's going to have fresher tires, but not by much. And RJ Hetke has been spectacularly quick all day long. Gary DeMoss gets up and out of the way. He can see the race leaders, and he can see that they're on the lead lap together. How about this, race fans? 2 hours and 46 minutes into this race. Top 2 are separated by 2 seconds or less. Watson opening up the gap now on Hetke. Nobody else is close here, so we're going to stay right with this battle. What do you think, though? One more shot here. We'll give you a chance to crank it up. The lead is up to 3.7 seconds as we are rapidly approaching just 10 minutes remaining in the 3-hour McConey Setup Shop BrisMans for the TNT Special Events Series. What an absolutely epic race this has been. Patrick Byrne down to the inside. He stays out of the way of race leader James Watson. He will do the same for RJ Hetke. The longest race of the special events calendar. If there is one thing this series does well, it is dumpster fire races, and we've seen a good one here. James Watson and RJ Hetke now separated by 5 seconds. I'll tell you what, man, I would not have taken that contact with James Watson as kindly as RJ Hetke did. Whether it was intentional or not, and it didn't look like it was, still contact that took a race win away inside of the last half hour. With the car that stood to gain the most. Inside of 10 minutes to go. 2 hours, 50 minutes on the scoreboard. I can't believe we've been sitting here for the last 3 hours. No battles for position on the racetrack. Show you the positions in class here for these drivers. There's Patrick Byrne, your race leader in the COT division with a 1-lap advantage over Jason Willott. Here's Nicholas Isidro leading by 3 laps over Jose Godinho. And in the Tour Modifieds, James Watson with a gap of 6.7 seconds and shrinking now. Oh, the comments are starting to get good. Our buddy Ziggy saying, I'm stealing Watson's wheels off his car. Go ahead. You can get right after that one, bud. Chad Irvine says, I'm going to finish 3rd from the jacuzzi. Yeah, 3rd in class. Yes, 10th overall. But he will get a 3rd place finish. I don't know how you're sitting in a jacuzzi today, though, bud. Most of the country is hotter than hell. And some parts make hotter than hell feel comfortable. So James Watson holding on to, oh, trouble on the racetrack. Trouble for RJ Hetke. See what happened here. Oh, he just clips the inside. Slight contact with Jason Willott. Bangs the front end off the car. Front clips it. And he has to take the tow back into the pits. And that will be all she wrote. Barring catastrophe for James Watson. Chad Irvine saying, I haven't stepped outside today. I don't need to know how hot it is. What a tough break for RJ Hetke. Fantastic drive. I believe led the most laps by a wide margin today as well. I'm not sure if that pays bonus points, but with that, we're going to be down inside of 6 minutes remaining. Oh, now seeing a drive-through penalty for RJ Hetke as well. Not really going to make much of a difference here as Patrick Byrne is 32 laps behind. So Hetke just needs to make sure he gets the penalties served. Oh, he got loose in front of the race leader. James Watson now going to be the race leader by 6 laps over RJ Hetke. Inside of 5 minutes remaining now in BrisMans. Your race winner in the super late model division has been out of this race for, I don't know, a couple hours almost at this point. That one's going to go to Dakota DeMeg. I believe Cody Claiborne, the other driver of the number 82 super late model for Arctic Sunset Games. Drama here. Patrick Byrne making his way down pit road. Can Jason Willott make it the rest of the way? It looks like Byrne's going to have to serve a drive-through penalty. So that may have been for the incidents. Does RJ Hetke do something dumb to get around James Watson? He does not. Watson just absolutely let him go. 3.5 inside of 3.5 minutes remaining in BrisMans. Let's show you your race leaders in close-up here as we get down towards the end of this one. The 424 of Nicholas Isidro has more than a minute. Call it 4 laps over Jose Godinho. That 424 machine has been pretty darn spectacular today. Patrick Byrne holding on by 1 lap over Jason Willott. Byrne's been pretty darn good here, up 2 spots from where he started this race overall. Overall, Jose Godinho will be your hard charger of the race. He's going to finish at least 9 positions ahead of where his race started in the overall classification. Only up 2 in the class. But down now to 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining for Team Watson Racing. Sebastian Kinder, Wes Shire, and James Watson. Executing perfect strategy. No mistakes along the way, and we are inside of 60 seconds remaining. Going to be either 2 or 3 laps remaining from this point. We'll see what Watson's going to be able to do. 20 seconds to go. Down to 15. We will see the white flag this time by, or at least we should anyway. James Watson has one more set of corners to go. Over the start-finish line, he sees the white flag that time by. 1 to go here for James Watson. Checkered flag is out, and James Watson claims the win in BrisMans. Down the backstretch for the final time, Patrick Byrne will claim the win in the COT division. And already across the start-finish line, starting the attenuator party right, is Nicholas Isidro. Patrick Byrne missed the attenuator, because of course Bizzle would miss the attenuator. James Curtis, Gary DeMoss still out on the racetrack. Looks like Byrne is trying to drift that race car through the corners here at Bristol. Squares it up, buries it in the attenuator. Well done. Oh, there's James Curtis nailing the attenuator as well. As tradition here in the TNT Special Events Series, Gary DeMoss, as always, well done, Gary. Patrick Byrne gets himself squared up. Let's get you your results here by class. In the modifieds, Team Watson Racing picks up the win over Baldwin Racing Enterprises. DBTB Racing, Ventures, Cleary Racing, and Acera Autosport, your top 5. Black Nagata Racing, Team Rick Cleary, and Enterprise Racing will round out the field there. Only one entry in the super late models. That's going to be Raceverse Bristol. Team Raceverse with Arctic Sunset Games claiming the win there. In the street stocks, not BK Racing gets the win by 4 laps over GTZ Bulls. Team Goonsquad.com and Team Slow. And your results in the COT division. It's Bizzle, bitch. The winner by 2 laps over Wallat Sim Racing, Team Fast Repair, and Mark Plord Racing. Fantastic team names in the COTs. Well done, gentlemen. Now we should get our victory lane interviews ready to go here. We'll start with we're only going to do one of these interviews per car, by the way. So for the team here, James Watson, congratulations on an overall and a class win at BrisMans. It looks like James is trying to talk to us.
You got me?
Yeah, there we go. Now we got you. So congratulations on the win there, James. Fantastic drive for the whole team.
If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Are you able to hear me now, brother? Congratulations on. Okay. Let's see here. James, are you able to hear us now?
Hello?
Yes, James, can you hear us? Okay, so it looks like we can't get a hold of James Watson here. Let's see if we can pick up Nicholas Isidro here. Nicholas, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
All right, bud. Congratulations on a class win in BrisMans. That was absolutely fantastic out there today.
Yeah, it was something.
We have this discussion, it seems like every month. What's it like running the car that is just crazy slow against cars that are, they're lapping 2 seconds a lap faster than you?
Well, it's kind of like being a mobile chicane early on, but as things as the modifieds got disqualified, it got a lot easier. And since Bristol's got progressive banking, it's easier to stay out of the way, just run the high line.
Well, congratulations on the win and the cash that's coming your way here from Jason Owens. Who do you want to thank?
No one in particular.
All right, bud. Well, thank you much. We appreciate it here. James, hopefully you're able to hear us now. Do you have a copy?
I sure do. I'm going to move in my boys with us because got to interview the whole team.
Okay, I was going to say, we're doing one of these. We're doing one Victory Lane interview. But, yeah, go ahead. We can move the guys in here. All in all, that was a fantastic race. Debbie was really good out front. Well, RJ was really good out front the whole race. Ultimately, though, you really do have to finish first.
Yeah, we kind of lucked out. That worked out for we weren't trying to do that. We weren't trying. I was trying to race him hard, of course, and make it hard for him to get around. But once I saw he had had my outside, I tried to give him as much room as I could. But worn tires on corner exit, you're kind of stuck where you're at. I tried to give him as much room as I could, but bad things happened. And
that was sort of the discussion. There was so much junk on the outside of the racetrack that it really seemed like once he got into that stuff, you had the push from the worn tires. He hit the loose stuff. It didn't matter what happened at that point. You were going to make contact in the exact way you did.
Yeah, it was just an interesting situation to be around. I feel bad for him. He was driving a really great race that we're kind of not used from him. So you feel for him, but
and not only that, but for 3 hours too. You guys were a bunch of slackers. You split it up into 3-hour-long shifts. How about the guys who did 3 hours worth of driving here today?
Yeah, it was an impressive run. We kind of fell into it, but it was awesome. And personally, I've been going through a lot of personal stuff this past week, so I've been struggling with a lot. So I needed this. I really did.
And you know what? We'll grab Sebastian and Wes here for a question real quick as well. Sebastian, you really set the whole thing up there with a very solid first stint. That really was what this race was about, was not getting into too much trouble early. That's what caught everybody else that finished with the DQ limit. That's really what the issue was.
We French people, we have certain stuff we call les 24 heures du Mans, where, there's 4 classes that go around the same track, But the whole stuff was just like, just going around those big gaggle of cars and all that. And shout out to Wes, because he was spawning for me, and his voice just calmed me down so much, and that helped me go through the whole ordeal. Like, I only had one big issue. It was at that moment where 2 big issues. 2 times I hit the wall, and 1 time I got a bit of a puncture. But man, I'm glad I was able to offer my family a good show, because they were watching it and were loving it.
Well, a fantastic run for you there, Seb. And Wes, the quick question for you here, bud, is what's it like running the middle stint where you're not the guy starting it, you're not the guy finishing it? It's your job just to not screw up, it seems like.
Pretty much, yeah. And to stay out of trouble, which kind of didn't exactly happen. Picked up a 40-second stop and hold penalty for a 2 km/h, less than 1 mile an hour speeding penalty. So that was nice. That cost us 3 laps. But other than that, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Well, boys, congratulations on the win here, and Now we get to go run Crownhurst next month. That one's going to be fun, too.
Oh, cannot wait for that.
Yes, let's go.
I was going to say, let's start getting everybody jacked up now for Crownhurst. But thank you very much, boys. We appreciate it here. We'll drag you out and see if we can get our final race winner here. Pick up Patrick Byrne, 3rd place overall, 1st place in the COT division. That's a big points night for you there, bud.
Oh, hell yeah. It was a ton of fun. I mean, I'm going to quote Kyle Busch after he won here. These things handle like absolute crap. I mean, I would have much rather have driven a dump truck around this track than this thing. This thing's a total piece of garbage. But I beat everyone else, and that's all that matters.
Oh, that's fantastic. You go full Kyle Busch. That's beautiful. Now, you were one of the few that did the full 3-hour stint here. What's that drive like?
Well, tomorrow I got to drive back to New York. I'm in Cleveland right now, so that's an 8-hour drive. So 3 hours sitting in a chair with air conditioning I forgot to turn on blowing on me. It's not that bad.
Well, there you go. I guess that's prophetic. I guess we'll say it that way. So congratulations on the win here. And I guess you're looking forward to Crownhurst next month as well.
Oh, absolutely. I love the Crowns. I love Bathurst. And I almost won the Crowns Championship Division 3 last season. So I'm liking my odds. I'm really happy, looking forward to going into that one, trying to get myself another win.
Look at that. Looking forward to a fantastic run next month for the Silver Crown Disaster at Bathurst. We're going to have jumpy trucks and GTP cars, the vintage GTPs, to flip over the Crowns when they wreck, and a bunch of Australians and New Zealanders, quite frankly, just out there being jerks, driving skippies as kangaroos. We can't wait for that one. Coming up tomorrow night, the High Slide Cup Series, round 1 of the playoffs comes to a conclusion. Then we're back to the regular schedule Monday night. The Silver Crowns will kick off the second half of their season. Follow it up on Tuesday with the season finale and crowning of West Shire as champion of the TNT Carolina Simworks Series. Before that, it will be round number 7 for the iRacing Sprint Car Cup. But with that, we're going to wrap up our coverage here from Bristol Motor Speedway. For Jason Owens and everybody at the TNT Series, and quite frankly, the absolutely spectacular people here at the National Racing Network. My name is Chris Graham. It has been a pleasure to have everybody hanging out with us here today. We will talk to you tomorrow night with a High Slide Cup Series. Have a good night, everybody.